Hi guys! Welcome to another episode of Learn Math with Sir Mark, and on this video, I'm going to discuss a problem that I posted on my Facebook group for grade 9, quarter 1, week 3, which is about discriminant and solving equations transformable to quadratic equations. But before anything else, please don't forget to subscribe on my channel and click the bell button so that you will be updated whenever I'm going to upload a new one. So if you're ready, let's begin! Okay, problem number 1. The roots of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 are negative 20, 20, and d, while the roots of cx squared plus bx plus a equals 0 are e and f. The question is, find the value of d, e, f. Okay, so since we are after for the product of d, e, and f, so what we're going to do here is to establish a relationship between the product of the two roots and the coefficient of the quadratic equation. So in this case, so we're after for the ratio of the constant term to the coefficient of the quadratic term, which is a. See that? Okay, so take note, c over a is equal to the product of the two roots, which is negative 20, 20, and d. There you go. See that? Okay. Similarly, here, since nag-switch ng place yung constant and coefficient of the quadratic term, so what we're going to have here is a over c, okay, is equal to the product of the two roots, which is e times f. See that? Okay, there you go. So since we're after for the product of d, e, and f, all you have to do is to multiply the right side, okay, multiply ko to, and i-multiply ko tong nasa left side. So that is c over a times a over c, definitely that's equal to 1, okay, that's equal to negative 20, 20 d times e times f. There you go. So therefore, that's it. Makuha natin yung product ng d, e, and f. So that's simply equal to negative 1 over 20, 20. There you go. See that? Okay, pretty simple, right? Okay, so let's have problem number 2. Find the range of values of a for which the roots of the quadratic equation quantity a squared minus 10a plus 2 x squared minus the quantity 3a minus 1 x plus 1 equals 0 are real and distinct. Okay, real and distinct. Take note, when you say the roots are real and distinct, so the concept that we have to recall here is that the discriminant, okay, b squared minus 4ac should be greater than 0. Take note, b is the coefficient of the linear term. So in this case, that's negative quantity 3a minus 1 minus 4ac. Take my a here is this quadratic trinomial, my c is 1. See that? There you go. So all you have to do is to follow this. Okay? Okay, so that will become negative 3a minus 1. Okay, so I have to square it. Alright, so that will be my b squared. Minus 4, that's fixed, that's constant. Okay, my a here again is this quadratic trinomial. So that is a squared minus 10a plus 2 times c. My c is 1. And that's greater than 0. See that? Okay, take note, since negative yan, if you have to square it, mananalify lang yung sign. So, walang bearing. Okay, so all you have to do is to square this binomial, 3a minus 1. Doing that, I'm going to have 9a squared minus 6a plus 1. See that? Then distribute this negative 4 to this trinomial. So I'm going to have negative 4a squared, okay, plus 40a minus 8, greater than 0. There you go. Combining like terms, 9a squared minus 4a squared. So I'm going to have 5a squared. Alright, 5a squared. Negative 6 plus 40, so that's 34a minus 7. Okay, that's greater than 0. Okay, so take note. Factorable yan. Okay, so since 5a squared yan, so 5 is prime. So definitely 5a yung isa dyan. Alright? Okay? 5a yan, the other one is 8. Now, 7. Okay, so let's try this. Kung 7 yan, this one is 1, negative to, so therefore, let's try. So this is positive, this is negative. Let's check. 5a times a is 5 squared. Check. This is negative a, this is positive 35a, so that will be positive 34. Check. And lastly, this one is negative 7. So therefore, that's correct. Okay? So therefore, the values of a here are 1/5 and negative 7 kung equals. However, greater than 0 yan. Okay? Greater than 0. So take note, ang answer dito should be like this. Your a is smaller than the smallest of the two roots, which is negative 7, or a is greater than the largest of the two, which is 1/5. Okay? Or in other notation, so this is the same as from negative infinity to negative 7, union 1/5 to positive infinity. See that? So either of the two solutions will be accepted. So let me erase this. Okay? Once again, the answer is this. Okay. Let's have problem number 3. If 7x squared minus 8x plus 2 equals 0 has p and q as the roots, find the equation whose roots are 2p plus 1 and 2q plus 1. Okay, so once again, we have to establish the relationship of the roots to the coefficients of the quadratic equation. Okay, take note, yung sum ng roots mo, which is p plus q, is equal to negative b over a. Ano ba yung b ko? Negative 8, my a is 7. See that? So that's equal to 8 over 7. See that? Next, yung product ng two roots, which is pq, that's equal to c over a, or 2 over 7. There you go. See that? Okay, take note. Okay, take note. Yung concept na to, yung x squared minus the sum of the roots plus the product. Okay, may concept na ganito. Okay, that's equal to 0. Okay, so following this one, so I'm going to have x squared minus sum ng roots. Ano ba yung roots? 2p plus 1, 2q plus 1. That's it. 2p plus 1, yan yung isang root. The other one is 2q plus 1. X. May x lagi. See that? Plus the product of the two roots. Okay? Ano ba yung product? So, 2p plus 1 times 2q plus 1. Okay. Equals 0. Okay. Next. Now, this one is 1 plus 1, so that's 2. Okay, lahat yan may 2. Let me factor out 2. So, what will be left here is p plus q plus 1. X. See that? Okay, next. Applying FOIL method, 2p times 2q, that's 4pq. See that? Outer and inner, so 2p and 2q. Okay, again, outer and inner terms, so 2p and 2q. So, factoring out 2, I'm going to have 2 times p plus q. See that? Plus the last term, 1 times 1, that's 1. There you go. See that? Then, proceed to substitution. So, x squared minus 2 times. Ang pq, again, is 8 over 7. Okay? Plus 1. X. Plus 4. PQ is 2 times 7. Alright? I'm just substituting it. Plus 2 times the sum. 8 over 7. Okay, plus 1. But since ang improper fraction ko is the denominator 7, instead of writing 1, let me write 7 over 7. Okay? There you go. Then that's it. Simplify na lang. So, x squared minus 8 over 7 plus 1 is 15 over 7 times 2, negative 30 over 7. See that? Okay. Plus. Okay, plus. Take note, over 7 yan. This is 8. Okay, this is 8 plus 16. That's 24. Plus 7, that's 31. Okay, that's it. So, since the practice here is that integral coefficients, dapat integer coefficients, multiplying both sides by 7, so the final answer here will become 7x squared minus 30x plus 31 equals 0. There you go. Once again, this is the required quadratic equation whose roots are 2p plus 1 and 2q plus 1. Okay? Where p and q are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Clear? Okay, so let's have the last problem on this episode. Okay, for grade 9. Number 4. Find x satisfying x equals 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 over x plus and so on. Okay, so to answer this problem, okay, let me copy it. X equals 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 over x plus and so on. Meaning to say, so paulit-ulit lang yung process. See that? Okay. Take note, may 1 dito. Okay. So, observe natin, okay, so what I'm going to do here is, okay, so, after x, okay, what I'm going to do here is, magsusubtract ako ng 1, pero mag-a-add ako ng 1. Ano ibig sabihin? I'm adding 0. Okay, I'm adding 0. So, meaning to say, I'm not changing the value of the right side of my equation. Once again, ulitin ko, nag-add ako ng 1, nag-subtract ako ng 1. Take note, this is x, ayan yun, this 1 over x plus and so on, that's 1 over x plus and so on. Okay? So, again, nag-add ako ng 0. So, meaning to say, I'm not changing the value of the right side of the equation. So, meaning to say, okay, so I'm going to have, okay, 1, or my x equals 1 plus 1 over x, okay, minus 1. Take note, okay, yung 1, okay, ito. So, itong 1 plus 1 over x plus and so on is the given. See that? Yung naka-encircle ng white is actually the given. See that? So, therefore, that is just the same as x. See that? Okay. So, kaya x lang yan. There you go. So, therefore, simplifying it, so I'm going to have x minus 1 equals 1 over 2x minus 1. Cross multiplication, so I'm going to have 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 equals 1. Clearly, makakancel ang 1, okay? So, therefore, the quadratic equation is 2x squared minus 3x equals 0. There you go. So, there are two values of x here. One is 0, the other one is 3 over 2. We're going to ignore 0. Okay? Okay, ignore x equals 0. Simply because, hindi yan magiging 0. Kasi nga, may 1 na ako dito, right? So, therefore, the only value in this, the only answer in this problem is x equals 3 over 2. There you go. That's it. So, I hope you learned something on this episode. So, please don't forget to subscribe and feel free to share. Keep safe.